Years of overpopulation and pollution brought the balance of the world's ecosystem to a critical point.
The many industrial phases of humanity ravaged our Earth.
As the remaining people of Earth began to panic, the governments and remaining global corporations of the world revealed a program where huge colony ships would take people into space for hundreds of years, leaving the planet to heal. The time came for the ships to depart. Thousands were slaughtered, and widespread panic broke out as people realized they had not been chosen in the selection process. Only the smart, powerful, and rich were chosen.
Only the most worthy specimens of the human race would be allowed to leave the planet.
The ships left, preparing for their jump into hyperspace.
Our ancestors depart into the darkness of space, their lives sacrificed for the sake of mankind.
The scattered tribes of those left behind formed 7 legions.
Unforeseen complications required us to enhance the fragile human frame to withstand the rigors of space.
The events of centuries ago cloud into myth and legend. The most well-known legend tells of the Return, a time of war when the Chosen come back to claim the Earth.
Generations had come and gone. It was time to return.
There will be 3 signs that any man will see. The first of these is a night without darkness. The second is a day without light. The final sign is the rain of fire. 7 of our greatest legions unite to fight the Chosen and keep the Earth we have righteously inherited. You command the greatest tribe, bestowed with the honor of being called the 7th Legion.
You are 7th generation. Your whole life has been shaped to this moment. It is your destiny. You are the Chosen.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? BlueFox22 coming at you with something random. This is an RTS from my childhood. This is 7th Legion. Hope you enjoyed the intro. I tried to not make as much noise as possible. So with that said, this is, yeah, like I said, this is a childhood staple. This is one of my first RTSs that I've ever played, besides Command & Conquer. So that's it, let's jump into it. So this is just going to be a random game review. It's not going to be too long. We're going to do a couple missions. Going to be the... I forgot what these guys are called, but these guys are the Chosen. So as you saw in the intro, because Earth was uninhabitable 7 generations ago, the Chosen, their ancestors, left Earth. Those left behind formed this alliance. These are considered the good guys, these are the bad guys. Red versus blue, as you can see. The music for this game, by the way, is freaking awesome. I love it. But these guys over here on the left-hand side, these were the people who were left behind. Earth is theirs. That's what they feel. You left because you felt that Earth needed to heal and that the human race on it wasn't going to be able to let it heal, so the Chosen left, your ancestors left. There's no need for negotiations, there's no need to talk, there's no need to, hey, you know, you guys can have one part of the Earth, we can have the other. It's, you're not welcome here. Bye-bye, go back into space. The Chosen, they want the Earth back. They did their part, you know, their ancestors did their part. Now, they're the 7th generation of the Chosen. They've come back to claim Earth for their own. So, I think this is like the Alliance or something like that, but yeah. So don't freak out what you saw in the background and on the main menu. The game does play that fast for some reason. Back in when the game first came out, it didn't play like that. For some reason it did, so I don't know. For those of you who are veterans to the game, you may notice that my squad here is a bit modified. That's because I did some modifications to your starting units to make, you know, the random game review go a little bit easier. So if you played RTSs before in the past, standard controls, let me do that. There we go. That'll make life easier for me. Standard controls for the game, you can use the pointer arrows, or well, the arrow keys, I should say, or you can reprogram it to use WASD. I have a special keyboard that lets me switch WASD with the arrow keys. So, like I said, I switched it to make life a little bit easier for me. Right now, if you've played RTSs before in the past, standard controls of, you know, movement for the arrow keys, left click and drag to select your troops. This is not right click, so right click is to cancel. Left click, you select your units. Left click again to move. If you hold left click down, you can set their stance. In this case, I can have them defensive or aggressive. We're gonna go defensive. And it pops up really quick. It's just a detriment of an old game working on a newer system. Before this was released on GOG, which this is exactly where I got it from, there will be a link in the description down below for the page on GOG. I can't remember how much I got this for. I think it was pennies of the dollar. It was really, really cheap. Which I'm never going to complain about. Down here's your current rank, 0-5. I forgot what destruction is for, but the large number down here in the lower left, that's how much money you have, or credits. Over here is power, that's pretty self-explanatory. You have base defenses and all that lovely stuff. I'm going to set these guys to aggressive. And they're going to attack whatever they see. Sorry if the game's a little sporadic as far as movement is concerned. Up here in the top right-hand corner, we have cards. These cards will come in handy later on. Well, we have balance, we have life siphon, we have psychosis, and we have chaos. I'll explain the cards later, but right now you don't need to worry about them too much. Actually, I just want you to get that. There we go. Power up. Extra card. Oh, we got some stragglers down here. And then every now and then we'll get special orders and stuff. I wouldn't mind playing this, like playing a LAN game of this. It'd be pretty sweet to do. I want you to come down there. And we just got some more awesome units there. So now I know where the red units are at. So yeah, you may be hearing the game having a fit. That's because of, you know, older game, newer system. So I can play, let's see, we'll play one of the cards. Move these guys up this way. Fog of War is annoying in this game, but it's well worth it. No, just move. I know they came over from this way. And we'll do the first few missions and stuff. The game's actually pretty fun. Okay, so we have a Chaos card. Come over here. And what Chaos does is, what the cards do is allow you to gain certain perks or certain abilities and stuff. So with Psychosis, you can drive a character crazy. You have Balance. We have a Joker card, which is scary to play. Sergeant Blue plays Domination. Come up that way. Aggressive. We could play Life Siphon. Balance. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. And we have Chaos and we have Life Siphon. Life Siphon you can play on opposing enemies. In this case I could do Life Siphon on him. Sorry about that, family members. And then Chaos, you can actually play on pretty much if it's a red build. If it's a red card, you play it on individual enemies. So now I put Life Siphon on him, and if it is blue, you play it on your units. And again, I apologize if this thing's going crazy as far as, you know, movement speed is concerned, because this game, it's annoying sometimes. Chaos. Just waiting for a poor unit to come out of that building. And that's the power of Chaos for you. They go nuts. Where is he going? Where are you going, dude? So yeah, as you can tell, it's, you know, pretty minimalistic as far as the game is concerned. The plot's really good for an early 90s RTS. Like I said, this predates Command & Conquer. Actually, I think it's right up there with Command & Conquer. It might be a year or two before Command & Conquer. So yeah. Or this might be a year or two after Command & Conquer. Mission complete. Even after using chaos and damn near wiping myself out. Oh, I love the shortcuts and stuff. Oh, you don't need that. Tasty. Ow. Who shot me? Damn it. Yep, I'm a badass. I killed a dinosaur. And I double tapped it just to make sure. Alright. Use the detachment of units to locate... not important. So yeah, let's jump on ahead. We will do this. Now, like I said, we have greens and we have reds. So the green cards are for your units, and the red cards are for the enemy. So what I'm going to do is play stealth on you. And we'll just jump on ahead and see where we can go with this mission. Aggressive. So what's nice about Summon Apparition is that it copies the unit that you decided to pick, but they're pretty much a decoy. Now, forgive me, a lot of the cards, I do not remember what they do. It's been so long since I last played this. And this is one of the few games, one of the few RTSs that I actually discovered where there's really no way of cheesing the game or cheating. It's just the way the game functions. I mean, you can edit some, you know, files and stuff, but that's about it. Oh, hammer. There's a way to edit what cards you get and stuff like that, but, you know, I sit back and I play the game because skill steal and 1 in a million. What are they all doing down there? Defensive. Don't move.
Unit destroyed.
What are y'all doing? And that's the nice thing, you know. And that's the one thing I do like about certain games is that even if you can give yourself a quote-unquote advantage, you can still lose. Like, I can still get wiped out, especially if my opponent has really good cards. They get dealt a really good hand. I could be in some really hot water if I'm not careful. So, I'm going to take that tower out first. That's going to be a problem. Great, Red has no buildings left. Mission complete. So yeah, this is, little pieces of my childhood. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, if you're interested in the game, it does take a bit getting used to, but I do love these old school games and stuff. But, yeah, if you would like to own a little piece of my childhood, you can get it on GOG. That is 7th Legion. 7th with a TH. And I'll leave a link to the page in my in the description for the video. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, I'm your host, BlueFox22, aka Michael Gardner. Mission 3 is going to be really awesome. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know. And this will take over temporarily for Command & Conquer. And then when I have the resources, I will be getting Command & Conquer back onto the channel ASAP. Figured this would be a good tangent away from Command & Conquer until I can get that back on the computer. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I will see you in the next one. Oh, this music is so kick-ass. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Bye-bye!